Welcome to this episode of Through the Year with John Wesley. I'm David Bell. Here's a real theological conundrum, especially for ardent Methodists. John Wesley, in his 1765 address to the clergy, laid out an informal curriculum for clergy training, and it included three key elements we may not have expected. They were science, nature, and geometry. Wesley loved reading science, and because his century was part of that changing climate of opinion we call the scientific revolution, it was an obvious choice for clergy to study. By nature, he meant the study of the natural world, so that fits hand in glove with the study of science. He's included the sciences from astronomy to zoology in these two categories. But it's the third that presents the conundrum: geometry. Why did he include geometry? That's the question. Wesley knows enough science and enough about nature to realise that we can't advance far without, quote, some knowledge of geometry, unquote. He goes on to say that a knowledge of geometry also helps with clarity of thought. It involves us with close logical reasoning. Now, long before I heard of John Wesley and discovered the story of Methodism, I studied the geometry, as did every school child in my generation, and I learned to love it for precisely the reasons Wesley suggested. It was a way of thinking that seemed to me to be a bit different from most of the things we're asked to learn about. But what about the clergy who came to New Zealand and the early missionaries of that period? After all, Wesley died February 1791, and the first Anglican missionary, Reverend Samuel Marsden, was in New Zealand by Christmas Day 1814. Had Methodist clergy and laity been trained in the way of geometry during those 20 plus years? The answer's a qualified yes, and not just Methodists, but more importantly, the Anglican missionaries as well. The Anglicans included William Colenso and Richard Taylor, who were enthusiastic and capable amateur scientists. The first Methodist mission station in New Zealand was established at Cairo in 1823. From then on, for the next 2 decades, missionaries interacted with the indigenous Maori people. Was it successful? Did it achieve what the mission societies hoped for? It obviously depends how you measure success and which side you represent. A fair proportion of the clergy in this period were amateur scientists. Reverend James Stack, Walter Lawry, James Bullock, Thomas Buddle. Many of the laity were ardent amateur scientists also. They studied plant, animal, insect life. They walked through wild terrain to do geological surveys. But embedded in their way of thinking was the way of the geometer. Geometry solves practical problems in building and construction. Geometry is the foundation of mapping and navigating. But what Wesley didn't know about geometry, nor the missionaries during the period of colonial expansion, was how it was deeply embedded in the fabric of John's Gospel. We'll look at this conundrum in detail next episode. Thanks for watching.